Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Glad you made it. Yeah, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Glad you made it. It's not a social production. That's why we're doing it here on Friday, April the 12th, 2024, baby. What's going on, Wagwan, everybody? Everybody, hope you're doing well. What's going on here in Canada? If you're tuning in, if it's your first time, buckle up, buckle down. As per usual, safety is a must, but also the gloves are off. No rubber for this guy. No rubber for you out there. No more protection. No more shin guards. No more elbow pads. No more helmets. Down south in the United States, what's going on over there in Mexico, South America, over there in Africa, over there in Europe, over there in Asia, in the Middle East, over there in Australia, New Zealand, the Koreas, the Cuba, the Ghana or Ghana, Senegal, over there in Portugal, over there in Spain, over there in back there Rio, what's going on in Sao Paulo, what's going on in Puerto Rico, Iceland, my Icelandic people, my over there up top in Nunavut, back in Canada, wherever you're tuning in from, I hope you're doing well. Where can you find these videos? Every Wednesday and Friday dropped on Instagram. Follow me there. Subscribe on the YouTube channel so you get the full-length videos. If you like to fit financially, fiscally, with the moolah, with the dineros, with the cheddar, with the cheese, you got a little bit of extra, and you like to get a little bit of extra. You go to patreon.com/RobSadri. You drop it. You become a member. And we grow together. If you like, if that's your thing, if that's your bag, if that gets you hard, because that's what we're here to do. I'm here to make you hard. I'm here to make those tits hard. Here to make your nipples hard. Here to also soften them up. It's good to get in touch with the sub, but let's get them hard once again. Flick it a little bit. I'm here to flick your nipple, dude. Ladies and gents, stretch your nipple. Stretching the nipple is extremely important. I've said it since day one. It's the elasticity. The ladies, specifically for the gentlemen too, but ladies, later in life, you're gonna be becoming mamas, and maybe you already are a mama, and you're breastfeeding, and you're like, oh, what could I have done to prevent the nipples from getting sore from all this baby sucking on these tits? Well, that's the thing. If you stretch them on a regular basis, or if you get your mans or the lady, whatever you're dealing with right there at home, to suck on them on a regular and stretch them so they're nimble. Take them to the gymnasium, take them to an aerobics class, take them to a Pilates, take your nips, put them on a bike, let them ride for half an hour, stretch it out is what I'm trying to say, so that when it comes down to biology kicking in, you're not like, oh, I sore nipples, these nipples. Fellas, you too can benefit from stretched nipples. Why not? I don't know why. You could do it so that in case, if you get caught in a circumstance, in a situation where, we're gonna torture you via nips, and we're gonna pull on them, and you're gonna pull on these nips all you want. You can staple them if you like. You can go and like put a nail through it if you like. You can thread a needle through it if you like. You could pierce it, not just one or two, like 3-4 piercings in one nipple. You'll be fine. Why? Because you maintained elasticity. You're elastic, and that's what a lot of people forget to do. It's I got all about the, you gotta pump the weights. You gotta get pumped. You gotta get your elasticity is the most important thing. Never forget that. Never let the doubters tell you otherwise, that it's not elasticity. It is elasticity. It's the most important thing. I've seen too many nipples get dry, fall off, and it's a damn shame. But it all ends here. The buck stops with us, son. We're here to do it together, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Man, it is a loose Friday, and that's what I said to myself. I said, go out there and beat. It's just keep it maintaining a looseness that's never been reached before. Aim for the heights of looseness for an hour, maybe even more, but probably around an hour. Let's get a sip of this bad boy. I've thought about this long and hard. Everybody, if you're walking down the streets, fellas, if you are participating in some sort of a jogging activity, if you are running, if you are sprinting, This may apply to some of the ladies out there as well, but more so for the men's out there. If you're like, how could I get more speed? How could I become more agile? How could I become more aerodynamic? How could I become like a little squirrel that's got like wings? How could I become like a little bit of a dolphin, but like on land? How could I become a little bit more slippery essentially and cut wind? How could I break wind? How could I, then that's what I'm here to tell you. If you staple your nutsack to your inner thighs, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, believe you me, you will achieve 3x up to 7x, some might say, 7x the speed of unstapled nuts to the thigh. So if you want to improve your walking, if you want to stand up a little bit more straight, if you want to walk into a meeting room and have people say, what is it? Is it the suit? Is it the tie? Is it the multiple ties? Is it the fact that he's got 3 ties on? Why is he wearing 3 ties? Is it the fact that he's got extremely elastic tits? Is it the fact that he's got, what is it? Is it a new haircut? Did he shave? Did he use after? No. What did he? It's the fact that he stapled his nuts to his inner thigh. Now he's able to stand up even straighter than before. But that doesn't just, again, if you're out there going for a jog, going for a walk, you want to pick up some speed, because that's the thing, it dangles. I've noticed it dangles. I did a lot of research on this shit. Spent a good amount of time, energy, money, resources, flying to places, flying and doing research on the airplanes, dude. Ladies and gents, you would not believe the amount of research I've done on airplanes with, mind you, with these airplanes today too. It's rough out there. So I've got, doors falling off. Wings or engines are just right there blowing up in the sky, and then I got to go into the cockpit and just be like, hey, where's the captain of this airspace ship or airplane? And they'll say he's right here, it's clearly sitting. I say, get out of there, I'll take the wheels from here. And then I got to get behind the wheel of the airplane and like land that shit, which is difficult because I'm still trying to maintain, my research is the most important, but at the same rate, I feel a good sense of responsibility. I'm like, I know there's trained pilots and a co-pilot and a couple of stewardess that are just waiting to just fucking pounce on the opportunity should the ship start to be like, but I'm there. I'm like, no, while I'm doing research, we're gonna allow, so I'm doing everything. Researching with planes that are just like, have some nuts. That's what they'll say after we've landed, but I'm like, let's all sit down and watch a movie, try to relax next time, okay? But that's neither here or there. But I'm trying to tell you that if you staple your nutsacks to your inner thighs, you will gain 3 to 7x the speed. You can swim faster, which is another field of activity. A lot of people would like to gain a little bit more momentum, a little bit more speed. And again, I'm here just trying to do my little part in terms of telling you, get out there, man, stretch them legs. And ladies, if you got the long labias, if you've got those juicy long labias, staple them to your inner thigh. Same concept. Become more aerodynamic. 3 to 7x. The more aerodynamic, the better you are. Next thing you know, promotions at jobs. Next thing you know, you're meeting new friends. Next thing you know, you are, man, you're just getting in a body of water and just swimming, long distance swimming, because you now became kind of like a half dolphin there because it's so slippery. But it's also not getting in the way. So you're welcome. I do this because I feel like it's a responsibility. I feel like if I've got it, I gotta share it with you. I don't wanna hold this shit, because that's the thing. A lot of times they're like science. We gotta like take our time. I say, no, pump it out. And that's what it is. No matter what the cost is, no matter what, that's what I do, baby. I give back, and the research may be a little bit, it's not set in stone what we've done. But at the same rate, no one's here to like look over. No one's here to be like, it's what we do is it's a little bit business. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's mostly pleasure. But it's my pleasure to give and also receive. Receiving is important as well. Giving and receiving. So that's basically where I'm at right now with you guys and gals out there. Hope you are twisting those tits and nips, but like you're like, which way should I twist and turn these nips anyway? Because a lot of times it is like unlocking a old lock with it's kind of like working the nips is kind of like working a combination lock, really, because most often, and it's a combination lock to which you've forgotten the combination of, because that's the thing. If you twist and turn the right amount, squirtage will happen. Just via tits. I've seen it, never achieved it myself, but I'm just like, it's on the list now. Just squirtage via nip. Not full on squirtage, maybe that could be achieved as well, but that takes, getting not only 3 numbers, right, but the 4th mysterious, unexpected number to ask to land. What is it, 25, 27? Who knows? The point is, you got to twist and turn, and you're like, again, clockwise or counterclockwise. I say start with clockwise, just to get her or get him turned on, because turn it clockwise, turn him on, but then at the same rate, you want to turn it down a bit too. You want to turn it down. So counterclockwise is also accepted, highly appreciated, which is better. That's the age-old question, isn't it? That's the age-old question. Which way should I turn the nips? Which way should I massage the nips? Counterclockwise, clockwise. I say start clockwise, then go counter, then mix it up. You want to give a nice balanced counter to clockwise ratio there. So that's basically the maths of doing somebody right, and trying your best to turn them on, but then also turn them down a little bit. Or turn them off, but don't turn them off completely, because that could be dangerous as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Friday. Let us not concentrate on the velocity of which you'd have to go and turn the nips. Let us skirt into something else for a second, for a moment, if you will. If I may say so, we are rocking and rolling. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the panic room. I'd like a panic room. I don't know what a panic. Do you go in there to panic, or is it in instances of moments of panic striking you, and then you go in and you, excuse me a minute there, I think we're having a little panic moment. I'm gonna step into my panic room, or is it a conscious effort of, hey everybody, we've had dinner, we've had a little bit of Chardonnay, we've had a little bit of bubbly, let us light our cigarettes and our cigars like ladies and gents and follow me into the panic room where we can all smoke and scream in panic. So yeah, I don't know if it's there to remedy already set panic, or is it something that you again mindfully walk into and, hey man, we're gonna have an afternoon of panic. That could be something. We should have panic rooms. We should definitely have more panic rooms. I say put them in every office, put them in every building, put them in every house. Get in there and just have it soundproof. Let's go. I don't know what for. Maybe you want to record a little music. Maybe you just want to yell out a couple of, just a couple of ancestral screams of something. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of exciting events are taking place each and every day. Just a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken, 3 gentlemen got lost in the Pacific Ocean. They're on a raft. They're on a boat of some sort. They're on a little ship, not like it's a smaller ship. It's, I don't know, a boat. Let's just call it a boat, a vessel that that is floating on water. Their vessel got compromised. They went down. It was rough. 3 fishermen, 1 Pacific Ocean, stranded in the middle of the sea ocean with live action sharks. Large sharks, sperm whale jizzing around the sharks, just getting the sharks aggravated. Now you got the lobsters fucking those motherfuckers, tiny they may be, but with great numbers comes great powers. I don't know, fucking seaweed was in there. Oh man, seaweed, algae. The shit that they get, others, the coral reefs and shit, sponges essentially, but they're like, oh, is it decorative or is it like maintaining the ecosystem? Who knows? We can make artificial ones now. If it's lacking somewhere, make artificial coral reefs. Coral reefs is what it's, that's what it is. Science! Doing it together, lasering shit, but also I'm just trying to say that 3 fishermen who just wanted to spend an afternoon like 3 fishermen would do together, which consists of 1, bring your own fishing rod, John. 2, enough booze for everybody, but also bring backup booze. 3, who's bringing the ganja? Who's bringing the weed? Who's bringing a couple of joints? Who's bringing a bong? Who's bringing a little bit of whatever? It's in the middle of the water, 3 men's We're gonna be having our pants on and pants on only, no shirts, no tops, because let's not kid ourselves. We're gonna be doing a lot of tanning. We're gonna be doing a lot of lubing, let me lube your back. And then won't you lube my back, or SPF that shit. Or just spit on me for a second, or whatever. If you're dry heaving, jizz on my back if you ran out of SPFs, whatever that needs to protect your dermis against the sun's rays, bring it on. Because I'm all about health. 75% health, 25% fun. Okay, 66% health, like 33. Okay, fine, 50% health. Okay, whatever we're doing, it's all about the day. It's all about whatever, dude. We're in the middle of the man. We're ladies, gents. We are in the middle of the ocean, looped up, protected against the sun by a God knows who at this point. Drinking our own piss, drinking each other's piss, fishing, and then all of a sudden, all the waves are getting wavy. These waves are meant to be ridden. Let's ride the waves, we said. Splish, splash, sploosh. Glistening tits in the sun, 3 men's, chest hair, abundant. Abs, maybe. A little bit of root, a little bit of that dick root. You know what it is. We're glistening dick root time. It is fishermen's friends and family only. But we're fishing, but these waves are getting a little rowdy. They're getting a little bit too, oh man, I wish I brought my boogie board. I wish I brought my surfboard. I wish I brought some fins with me. I thought we were just, is this gonna turn into a little scuba adventure? Who knows? I was just prepared for fishing, but nonetheless, the craft is now flipped upside down, inside out. The engine has already left. The engine has already fucking left, man. The engine is just loose and it is gone, and the ship is without engine. Great. We somehow find our little adventurers here, catching a little break, going, finding their way to some island in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the Pacific. And now you got 3 men on an uninhabited island in the middle of the ocean. So what do we do here? What's going on? How long are we going to be here? First of all, you're going to have to search for videos. So this is essentially kind of like if you will, it's not an after school program because we're shooting in the morning. This is not I guess you could say it's a public service announcement, but we don't do that shit. Or maybe we do that shit. So let's take that back. This is a public service announcement. This is not an after school special program. This is a program that's brought to you by the people, for the people who are extremely hard in the pants. Labias, tibias, fucking collarbones, let's go erect. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that, this is, so in case you happen to, this is a story that we're going to come out of and take a lot of moral lessons out of this bad boy right here. So 3 men get stranded on an island. What do you do? First, you got to scan the place to see if anybody is, one, there, living there. If not, then you're going to have to be like, ask yourself, oh no, if nobody's living here, then we must be stranded on an uninhabited island, which means there isn't going to be any sort of communication. So there's a communication breakdown. Next thing you know, you're trying to check your radio, by the way, and your radio's gone down too. Great. How are we going to get out of here? But that's the thing. First comes a little panic. First comes a little thought in your head. Am I going to ever get out of here? Why is that even a thought in your head? If you happen to get stranded on an island, this is, because this story went down in a particular way, but we could examine and see in how many other ways could it have gone down. That's essentially the point of this story. First thought is, yes, you're out of your comfort zone. No family, no friends, no phones, no internet, no Wi-Fi. Shirtless, pants only. You gotta ask yourself, do we need these pants? No. Great. Lose the pants. Next thing you know, don't lose the pants. Wrap them around your head, because you're gonna be in the middle of the ocean and the sun's gonna it's gonna be beaming on your noggin, friend. All right, homie? So just go ahead and wrap those pants around your head and put some water on top of that so your head is always moist. You want to maintain head moisture. It's what they don't tell you in prep school. I'll tell you this, next thing you know, have a little discussion, fellas or ladies, and next time if you happen to get stranded, must you go back? If an island is, if you're stranded on an island, there's nobody there, the instincts kick in and you're like, oh, how are we going to get rescued? But is this a situation where one needs to be rescued from, is what I like to ask the audience. Please leave a comment, write a whole paragraph, or just subscribe, or leave a comment. Get your baby out there, and then tattoo. Glad you made it. It's been a social production. Check it out on Wednesdays and Fridays. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Check out patreon.com/RobShaji. Tattoo that on your baby so you remember, because everybody remembers their babies. And what a great platform to use for advertising space. Babies. That's the thing. You can tattoo all over babies, because the thing is with babies, by the time they're old, the tattoo would have faded a little. Who cares? This is what I'm trying to tell you, is that we're talking about saving your life. But saving it from what? Saving it from what? What's at stake here? Must you go back is the first question you must ask. Because that's the thing. If there's nobody living there, now you've just potentially become an owner of an island. And I know it must be, I don't know how it works, but there's a lot of islands out there. A lot of islands. And you know, some countries own them, most countries, they're already owned. But if there's nobody there, and you happen to land there, I own it. I know this is borderline squatting, and I know squatters have been getting a lot of heat lately. I don't know much about it. First, I gotta tell you, first I thought I was like anti-exercise, which I was like, yo, if people are squatting, if you're like, oh, Jim is squatting in my apartment, I'm like, okay, well, maybe Jim's a little bit into his health. It's great. Jim's been fucking maybe slacking a little bit. Now he feels he's got to do a couple of squats, and I'm like, next thing you know, Jenny's squatting again. I'm like, Jenny's just trying to work on her ass, dude. Jenny's just trying to get that ass pounded, and she needs to do a couple of squats. So back up off Jenny's grill. Let Jenny squat if Jenny wants to squat. Jenny's squatting in my house again, Melissa's squatting in my dad's place. My dad can't get any. And I was really upset, because I'm like, here's Melissa trying to squat that booty on your dad's face potentially. Here you are being a fucking cockblock is what you're trying to do. All right. Mom's maybe divorced and gone. Maybe mom passed away from cancer, and you can't have dad get squatted on by Melissa's juicy booty. You selfish son of a bitch. But then I did a little bit of digging, and apparently it's got nothing to do with exercise. So I can see why some might be upset, but we're not here to talk about that right now. We're here to talk about stranded in the middle of an island. There's no juicy booties. There's no juicy Melissa with her juicy booty squatting on your face, man. Unless it just, happenstance, and one of the stranded people's names is Melissa, and she happens to have a juicy booty, in which case makes this a coincidence, if you believe in such things. I like to remind you that this is precarious times. These are dangerous waters. There might not be anybody coming for help, but then to ask yourself, do you really need the help? Could you live on an island fishing for the rest of your days? You're essentially dead. As far as the real world is concerned, you are dead. You have no more identity. Your online presence gone, eliminated. Your phone eliminated. All your debt eliminated. All your obligations eliminated. Your families eliminated. Your friends eliminated. Those ones may be a little bit hard to deal with, but potentially, if you are looking to just get away, and you're stranded, and everybody wishes they were stranded on an island, but when it comes down to it, all of a sudden, next thing you know, people are all like, well, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get out of here and ask for help. Instead of thinking about, hey, how much time could we spend on this island? If we were to get, for realsies, stranded on an island, how many days, how many months, how many years could we potentially strand ourselves out here? And those are the types of questions you gotta ask you, because if you're in the middle of the ocean, there's plenty of fish, so there's food. There is some topography on the island, so there's some sort of fruits or vegetables, some greens. And fuck it, if there are no greens, you can live on fish forever, literally. So you can do that. And you gotta ask yourself, it becomes down to logistics and practicality, really. I think about it, if you're like stuck with 2-3 other people, you gotta ask yourself, are these people, down and like, fucking, let's go? Can we 69 for the rest of can we 69 till we're 69, essentially? And those are moments when and you're like, did I pick the right fishermen and fisherwomen to come along? And those are, you want to prep for that prior. I know going on fishing trips is, at the forefront of your thoughts is probably not the concept of, am I going to be able to 69 with these people till I'm 69? But I tell you, man, when you're out on the water, the unexpected happens and you got to be prepared for shit. So I'm just trying to warn you, or let you know, at least prep a little bit. Nonetheless, you 69 until you're 69, or you come back home. Regardless, these individuals decided to use palm trees' leaves to write out help on the sand, on the beach, if you will. And so basically over the past few days, a lot of people heard about them getting rescued, and I just want to, some people are saying it was me. Some people are saying that I rescued people from a strandedness and being on an island. I try to maintain anonymity. I don't like to take, credit. I don't like to, if I do something, I do it. It's out of the goodness of I just feel like because I got the helicopter. Yes. Did I get do I have a little radio that, alerts me to people that are stranded in the middle of the sea or bodies of water? You could be in your kitchen sink. If the body of water is overflowing and their dish is falling off, man, you're you got a large sink, but you're in it. You're drowning in this. I'll be there if I get the call on my radio, dude. If you are in your little tiny bathtub, if it's too much water, if it's getting above your nose, I will be there. If it's just overhead, fucking, if the pressure, if it's off, I will be there just to be like, have you tried turning it? Turn it. If you are in a jacuzzi and if it's not to your standards, I'm talking like, I'll come in there if we need to scoop a couple of buckets of water and toss it in the jacuzzi, or if we need to take a couple of buckets and empty out a couple of buckets worth of water out of that jacuzzi, I'll be there. Water safety guy, this guy. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, I got the call. I hopped on in my chopper, with my chopper. That's just a little bit of rap talk. Got in my chopper with my chopper. That's just a little. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, that I piloted my own fucking chopper. Got there, see the boys, help sign written on the sand. So I'm like, okay, 3 people, I'm piloting the chopper, if you will, and I got a rescue. So that's the thing. First thing first, my chopper comes with autopilot. So I'm like, okay, easy peasy. Set it on autopilot. Next thing you know, I'm taking off my top. Because I see them, they're topless, and I see that they're also pantless. They don't have any pants. So I'm like, okay, I think I know what this is. So I lose my pants. So now I'm just in my underwear. And that's the thing. Lucky for me, I happen to, on that occasion, I was wearing a thong. You could picture that if you like. Why, you ask? Well, I'm gonna be in the middle of the ocean. I'm gonna be tanning. I'd like less tan lines. Logical explanation for everything. You're like, why don't you just remove the thong and just have no tan lines? That was on the table, I'm not gonna lie to you. Many times, on the table, not wearing any clothes. But I'm on a mission here to save lives here. I'm not too concerned about the tan lines, a little bit here and there, whatever. No big deal. But that's the thing, I set it on autopilot. Next thing you know, I am lowering myself under the chopper, hanging with my feet, anchoring myself, kind of like locking myself from the knees up, hanging below. So now the chopper is, autopilot, me hanging upside down, arms hanging out. I'm like, fellas, jump up. I'll catch you. So now I got these boys jumping. I'm like, you got in there, like, lower the chopper. I'm like, we can't. Why don't you just land it? Wouldn't it be easier if you landed it? And shut up. This is for effect. We have time. And he's like, it's like in the middle of the day. We totally have time. And I said, no, time is of the essence. So I'm sweating now. I'm sweating. The pressure from having to hang on with my legs upside down put a little bit of pressure on my bladder. So not only was I sweating, but I was also urinating a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable as long as you are. And when it comes to rescue missions, if you don't share a little bit of sweat, blood, tears, piss, what are we even doing here? I thought this was about bonding. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, that yes, I hung upside down, piss dripping down my forehead, sweating, palms extremely wet, sweaty, clammy, but I grabbed onto the first person. I'm like, climb up, I'll hold steady. So he's now grabbing onto my wrist, grabbing on my forearm, grabbing on my head. Now I'm thinking again, I'm upside down, but he's upright. So now he's climbing. And again, me, G-string only. I'm like, climb all the way up. So he's got his face in my balls, man. Face in my ball. I'm like, come on. So he's stepping on my balls upside down. And he's climbing first one up. Good. Second guy. Let's go. Jumps, grabs the wrist, grabs the forearm, pulls a little bit of hair off my forearm. I don't have that hairy of a forearm, but still, he was great. A little bit of Indian burn. That fucking rescue, but still, fucking get up there. Climbs. Get to the third person is next. We were almost home. I could smell it now. That and the smell of piss was also on my face. So I smelled that as well. But stay focused. Stay focused is what I told myself. And that's the thing. The third person jumps up, grabs my wrist, grabs my hand, grabs my forearm, climbing again, nuts to face, face to nuts. All of a sudden, all three members of the little fishing escapade are on board, and we are about to chopper on out of here, bitch. Another rescue mission. Thank you very much. The sun is now setting. They're now cold, shivering. I put blankets over them, give them hot cocoa, because that's what I do. Little cocoa for you. Yeah, little cocoa for me. Why don't I just put this bat chopper right here on the old autopilot? We all just share a little bit of cocoa. Why don't we? Okay, good. And that's what I did. I got him back to safety. I rescued 3 people over the past few days. But that's the thing, man. I was a little bit, again, I'm not here to say, I'm not here to take credit. Not here to, again, just jumping ahead of the rumors, jumping ahead of you want to get ahead of these things. You don't want it to be like, yeah, please. So I'll do it for anybody, literally. Chopper's ready to go. Filled with diesel, gasoline, fueled up, fucking, I'm ready on the radio, just stepping on shit, waiting for it to go down, water emergencies, I'm ready. So that's what it is. But that, if you get stranded on an island, next time, please ask yourself, must I get back to the office? Must I, if you're stranded, if you're lost, you could, again, take claim over the island, live there. You could actually, that's the thing too, if it's not inhabited, lose all clothing items. This is for the next people that happen to be on such island or such occasions, should it come up in your wonderful, beautiful life. Lose all clothing items, start maybe, burn a little piece of wood or something, put some ash on your face, maybe just get a couple of leaves and just like loosely wrap a tit, just one. Not both. And if anybody flies over, or if anybody comes with a ship of sorts, maybe other fishermen or just people on cruises who want to get off on an island and just be like, yeah, we're on an island, scare them to death and just pretend you're an indigenous community that have lived there for thousands. Just run a little bit wild. Maybe make bow and arrows and just and that's how you claim island, I think. Because that's the thing. You could just if they're don't speak back to anybody if they speak to you, because that's always a dead giveaway. Just make noises, grunt, let your body hair, well, you have no choice at that point. Let your beautiful body hair grow out, and just maybe a little bit of dirty, maybe a little bit of a, you know, maybe don't wipe. Maybe I'm just saying, maybe don't wipe as much. A couple of days of not wiping. People come out, you know, oh, we found this, oh, a new island, new people, get out of here. It's my island, rah, rah, rah. You know, it's gonna be great. Maybe you get some sort of like international like protection and like, oh, don't touch these people. They've been here for, you know, thousands of years. As soon as cameras are out, you can go back to like talking and everything and just like doing your regular shit. Little by little through time, you can have stuff that are like, that's the thing. You don't want to be too aggressive so that you're not given like, maybe you low key just be a little bit inviting. So they hand you like, visitors come and give you like a little cell phone here and there, a couple of t-shirts every now and again for the chilly nights in winter in case it gets cold in winter time. I don't know how islands work. Fuck it. Get a little bit of equipment, get a little bit of food and stuff, but like maintain your fucking, you know, maintain your culture of just being fucking, oh, I've been here for 5,000 years. Drop that line, but then stop talking. Maybe like stab somebody with a spear, but like don't kill them. Don't kill them. Be like, ah, I'm more afraid of you than you are of me, but then stop talking. You know what I mean? You don't want to talk too much. Keep it low, keep it steady, make a fire, hunt some pigs, some wild hogs, some fucking, you know, make some handmade sausages. Get in there, enjoy. Don't be all like, oh, I gotta get back to Rex society. Rex society will always be here in case you change your mind 6 months down the line, 2-3 years down the line. But I'm saying, stranded line, that's the thing, you come back 3 years, nobody's gonna be mad at you that you'd be like, I was stuck in the middle of an island, I lost my communication. It was, what do you want me to do? You know, and that's the thing. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't mind it, of course. I just want to let you know, I don't mind doing rescue missions. I don't mind hanging upside down, pissing on myself, not having enough time to think whether I should go just completely nude or again, wear my G-string for rescue mission attire purposes. You know, I don't mind. I do it because that's whatever. It's just what it is. But, you know, it's fucking Friday. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. What else was going on over the weekend? Some emperor penguins, if you've seen this video, emperor penguins were, you know, taking their first dive into the body of water from up top of a high, if it was a big old iceberg, like, you know, and these penguins are normally not, you know, you don't normally get that sight. You don't normally see emperor penguins going for their first swim off such a long drop. It's normally a smaller little iceberg or little, you know, a little piece of ice that they're just, oh, we're emperor penguins, we're gonna go diving from a small piece of ice in the middle of the whatever. But that's the thing, not only do I rescue people from, you know, stranded situations and being, you know, shipwreck rescue, I do that, but I also give back to the animals. I trained these emperor penguins. Normally they're not viewed, again, going up such heights to jump off for their first dive or swim. But this is the thing I get with penguins. I as an anthropologist slash archaeologist, you know, slash detective Rob Sadri, wears many hats, yet you've never seen him wear a hat. I wear a hat, many hats. Just one hat. I wear a hat on many occasions. 6 months of the year. It's just due to, you know, cold nature of where I live. But that's not the point here. The point is that I accumulated a lot of information while hanging out with these penguins. I learned to speak penguin. I learned to walk penguin, waddle a little bit. Oh yeah, I fell, I tripped. You know, got to find out what they're into. Drinking Coke, sliding, eating fish, fighting over fish, trying to mate. Attempting to mate as a penguin is extremely difficult because the arms are so far away from the genitals. You never have full access to, let me firmly grip this penguin dick and put it in penguin puss. You just kind of have to like, because the arms are here on the side, if you will, on the side. You can't go like, you know, you can't do a lot of, it's on this too much on the side. If I were to redesign penguins, I'd say maybe bring the arms a little bit more forward next time. But beautiful animals. But yeah, they're always just chit-chatting. I'm like, yo, fellas, let's go for the first dive. They're like, all right, that sweet little short spot looks good. I'm like, no, let's make it a viral moment for the people. This is 2024, animals included. Let's get your shit together for a second. Let's up your game if we can. Got them up to some, you know, random spot in the middle of the icy region of iceness, wherever it was. I'm gonna say Antarctica. That's right. And yeah, told them to jump, be brave, you know, and that's what they did. But that's, you know, so that's just a little bit of animal training that I do on the side in terms of other activities that I do. I was a little bit disappointed. I gotta tell you guys, I've heard this story. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but it's a theory that's being discussed right now. So as I grew up, you know, I grew up thinking that we all humanity originated from Africa. That's what they say. But then again, at one point we were all Pangea, so the entire, you know, so the humanity, it was just one large continent. We weren't like this always. It's, you know, it's read an article essentially saying that humanity may have originated from Europe, specifically Greece. I'm not sure if it, but they're debating it. It's not, I don't know what I'm talking about. All I'm saying I'm not quite sure how to feel about that. You know, because I always like to leave a little bit of room of doing one day, you know, if I feel safe enough, I will do like a DNA test or like a Ancestry or 23andMe if I just know my info is legitimately safe, but not until Big Pharma's involved with these companies, man. But then, but that's beside the point. Why do I? Because up until now, I lived in my, you know, a few things that we can all collectively agree on. Everybody's like, yes, Pangea, okay, great, one continent, makes sense. And then fucking plate tectonics, volcanoes, spreading, great. People descended from Africa, okay, all right. So that, you know, knowing down the line, I'm like, yeah, I know it's been hundreds of thousands of years of like, for all of us, like right now, it took you and your, you know, hundreds of thousands of years of people jizzing and coming in vag until you came out. And then, but that's the thing, some people, you know, and yeah, I wanted to one day be able to, you know, do a test to find out, yes, 5% African, so I can, you know what it's there for, you know, because light skin, yes, but be nice to. Just saying, it would have been like, yes, because, yeah, if you find out you're 5% like African, that's, man, I got so many years of making up for N-words that I've missed out on, essentially. That's, and yeah, I'd be able to say it not just to myself anymore and not just during rap songs, but, you know, more. But that's, but if I find out then if everybody originated from Europe, then that dream is gone. So somebody do the research, find out if I still have hope. That being said, I don't even know where I was going with that, but that being said is that, you know, that changes the game. That changes the game, ladies and gentlemen. But let's not get sidetracked. The point is that there's a horrible thing that's been going on in our culture for some time. There is it would work because if it's 5%, let's just for a second, because you're like, if it's 5%, could I or could I not? If I was 5% African, for surezies, it's yes. And I say, you know, you're like, show your work, show the footnotes. I say refer to, I always say, for me at least, television has been very important in my education and growing up and just, you know, still growing as a man, as a person, if you will. I say 5%. If it's good enough for Jason Momoa and Guinness, then it's good enough for your boy. That's what I say. You know, whether it's, so I'm just saying, baby boys, baby girls, ladies and gentlemen, let us skirt to another topic for a second, if we can, if we may. A horrible thing has been happening for some time now, and it's just, I thought to myself, how do I put the skirt on this bitch? I'm talking about two-piece swimsuits for ladies. Two-piece swimsuits for ladies. Yes, the bottoms and the tops, they are separated. They are individual pieces at least, and you see them, but how do they get to become individual pieces? who separated the bottom from the top swimsuit? You know, my heart goes out to the midsection because it has been eviscerated, disappeared, gone. No one even recollects it. Where's the midsection? No one asks. Does it hurt the top and bottom portion of the women's two-piece swimsuit? Does it hurt when they're separated? Is it like conjoined twins, but they're like, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? And then you pull them apart and you make, because it's originally they're all one piece. You can, if you listen closely every time, if you put your ear close to a two-piece women's swimsuit, if you put your ear right next to it, you can actually hear the screams. No, don't rip us apart. No. One, please. This hurts. Because you don't think about it, but we just see the final product. And again, the entire midsection, nobody even starts to ask, where is that tube that fills the torso? Where is that, you don't see them on milk cartons. You don't see them on, no Amber Alerts for the midsection of the two-piece swimsuit, which is leaving a lot of question marks, leaving a lot of questions unanswered, leaving a lot of stones unturned. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Friday. It's Friday. I hope you're wet. I hope you are, going after whatever it is you're going after. I just love you guys and gals out there, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Man, I got super happy. I gotta say this. UFC 300 is happening this weekend. I'm gonna try my best, try to catch it. But one thing that I got genuinely happy for was the fighters. Shout out for the fighters out there, because they're gonna be getting paid 300 for their bonuses. 300K, dude. Oh, 300,000. I got super excited. Shout out to UFC. Shout out to Dana White. Why? Because when things get, I don't know much about anything, all right? But I just got so excited because it's like, yes, they normally, if I'm not mistaken, for the bonuses, they got 50K. And it's just nice to see that, fighters I have a lot of respect and admiration for professionals who, dedicate their lives to, entertainment, but also sport, also blood sport, also, exciting action, also fists flying, also hammer fists, also flying elbows, flying kneecaps, flying toes, flying ears, flying noses, flying eyeballs. Catch. He's got him with the eyeball. Pinned by eyeball, never seen before. But it could happen. So they put their bodies and souls on the line each and every time. And it's just nice. For a special occasion, it's just nice to see people getting paid more. Yes, I like people when they get paid more. No. Like, I don't like people when I don't like you because you're getting paid more. I like you because you are getting paid more. No. I'm happy that you're getting paid for, and I like you because you're getting paid for more. I'm genuinely happy when people get paid more because now you know what I mean. I think is that I'm happy for you. That's the point. 300,000, which means there's gonna be more blood, which means there might be somebody who's, don't die, please don't die, but like there's more blood because there's more money on the line. When there's more money on the line, there's gonna be more blood. Man, what if by some shunt, what if there's no blood? What if it's a bloodless UFC event? Like, a great one nonetheless, but like, you know what I mean? It'd be creepy if there was no blood. It'd be weird if if these superstars are like, flying hammer jacks and just like flying screeching cock, just fucking, and then no blood. That'd be a little bit alarming. How many shots to the head can he take without bleeding? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I love you all. It's gonna be a great weekend. Go out there, spread them cheeks, keep them closed, cross your legs, uncross your legs, put a toe in your mouth, either your own or somebody else's. Get in there, vag it up. I'll be back here again next week. Where can you find these videos? Every Wednesday and Friday, dropped on Instagram. Follow me there. Subscribe on the YouTube channel for the full-length videos. Check out patreon.com/robsadri if you'd like to fiscally, financially support the show. I'll be here again next week. Love you all. Peace out. Get out there. Get out. Get out. Go.